I've hired this guy to do my intro because he's better looking than I am. This video is going to be about the rest of the truck disassembly and the bed shortening. Let's get to it. Just a quick video. The cab has left the frame. Probably not the most highly recommended way of lifting cab, but it seems to be working. Box is next. And the box is off. Ready to be shortened. And that's ready to go, and see if I can sell a 9-inch out of it. Maybe somebody will want these for trailer tires. Cab's over there. So I believe I've officially reached the point of no return. Found some Bondo here. That's my own fault. I didn't really check for Bondo when I bought the truck. It's easy enough to do. It's rather thick. But other than having this to deal with later, I think I'm okay because it's all in here in front of my cut. So hopefully that'll all be gone. I have a plan for that. More on that later. So this is where we're at. It's looking pretty good. I get some angle iron and run across the front there. Remove the front brace. Obviously I'll cut this off here. That's better. Once I know where that's going to be, and then I want to run some angle down. I'm thinking 3-inch. That's got me back to some good metal here, and then out this way. Probably tie it off back to this brace back here. I think I can get this all to line up. I got most of the Bondo out, so I'll have to do something there. But yeah, the front's shorter, 13¼ inches. I plan to put the front all back together before I start the back. So this was the Bondo I hit. It's about 1/4 inch thick. Fortunately, it's the section I cut out. So that worked out. Blind luck there. I'll take it. Sorry about the lighting. Work in a barn. I don't have a ton of lights in here right now. Just kind of light up the area I'm using. But there's the back. Freed. 6 inches out of the back. I may have said earlier 13¼ out of the front. I did take 14. I'll take 6 inches off of here. So I made a tool to mark the bed width. I know that you could use a combination square, but if that was to happen to move as you were using it and you had the marks in the wrong spot, then that could be bad. But it's just got a chunk of steel welded on it here. Obviously you hold it with one hand. I got the welding clamp on there so I can show you. And then you just come in and mark. It's nice and small so it can get in all these corners, where you need to get into. And I found that pretty handy. Nathan's Garage, he made a real good point that your cut doesn't necessarily have to be straight, but it does need to be parallel. So obviously you kind of make it straight and then just work off your first cut. That's what I did in the front. Seemed to work out. On a side note, this is the first time I've ever tried one of these discs. I just bought it at the local home supply. It's called a paint stripper remover thing. They're it's pricey, but if you stay away from the sharp edges, I never use them. I'm sure lots of people, oh, I've used those all the time, but this is the first one I've tried, and man, they're fantastic because you take the paint right off or body filler, and then they don't cut in the steel. So I had never tried one because of the price, but they're well worth it. Anyway, moving along. Would you look at that? Just look at that. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Don't look at the weld so much. It's hard to get down there and clean that metal up. Both of the corners are messed up. But I've got them straightened out now and secured. This was bent up also. So the bed chop is done for the most part. I did ask for some suggestions on painting. I wound up just doing this for now. I don't know, it's just rattle can. I might come back at a later date and update it, do something different. I didn't put any Bondo, I just taped it off and rattle canned it. Kind of fits the rest of the truck. Sorry about the lighting in here again. I couldn't get this to line up at all. It was off about a 1/4 inch, so I had a cut here. And then I had to take these lower corners right off. They were really banged up pretty severely. I cut them right off, hammered them out the best I could. I really learned a lot on this. Inside of the back had the typical rust bubbles behind the rear tires, so I took a piece out of the side of the bed out of the front. Again, I took 14 inches out of the front. This is a 65. Obviously I don't have it on yet, so I'm not 100% it's right, but that's what everybody else seems to be taking. The trucks that are done and they look good. I don't know about this paint yet, but I'll probably leave it for now while I'm working on the build, because I've got other painting to do, so at least it'll protect it. And then in the meantime I can decide if I like it. It did pull in almost all of them. That's 3. Talk about the other one in a minute. It pulled in just like a little tiny bit, which would have been awesome if I was doing body filler. Would have made a nice easy fill. But I'm not. And then this is where I found the Bondo. I talked to my brother-in-law about maybe trying to pull this out, but it dips in about a 1/4 inch. I'm just going to leave it as it is. I do need to touch the paint up a little bit. This is a piece of angle iron across the front, or L-bar if you're old school. Ties back into the first brace. It's just got etching primer on it right now. I want to put something on that rust to keep it from getting worse, so at that time I'll probably paint the front. And then I went down the side of the bed and took that seam apart to the front. And there's no seam across the bed other than I had to put a patch in there. That area was really bad, so I had a better piece I cut out, put there. And then I just cut the front off. Cut the bottom of the bed. After I put the front of the bed back on, I knew where I wanted it. Then I took my cut on the bed. That seemed to work out. So that's it for the bed for now. Thanks for watching.